Welcome back to another episode of the From Half Court Sports Talk Show with Darren and Rob. I'm your host, Rob. This is my co host, Darren. Today, we're going to be doing the NFC North. We're going to be starting out with the Detroit Lions and go through the rest of the NFC North in this section. You should see this throughout the week. But first, let's get started on with the Detroit Lions. Before we say anything about the Detroit Lions, I would love to say this about the Detroit Lions. I love the way they fought last year. Even though they lost a lot of games, I feel like they were in every single game that they played in. There wasn't a lot of games that I could say they got blown out in, and that's why I really like this team going into the next season. Um, if I've ever had like a quote unquote secondary team that I'm rooting for, I'm definitely rooting for Detroit right now. I want to see them do well, just because I like what they're possibly building towards. I will say they're not gonna go anywhere as long as they have Jared Goff as a quarterback. So I do expect them not to have a great season this year and draft a quarterback next year. If that's a Bryce Young, if that's a CJ Stroud, I expect them to draft a quarterback next year and get rid of Jared Goff's noodle arm.
Okay, can I speak?
Go ahead.
All right. Dang, bro, why did you start off with that? Why did you say that? Now I'm only thinking about Jared Goff. Jared Goff is not a noodle arm. He just doesn't make the most. He doesn't have the most powerful arm. He last year in particular, he made some very good passes. To Amon Ra St. Brown. Obviously Swift out the backfield. Rob will definitely contest to that and say some shit about that. Hawkinson still got his numbers. Cephas is dope. Raymond had a good season last year. There was somebody else. Josh Reynolds came over and kind of had a good season. Yeah, well, second half of the season, whenever he got picked up by them. Almost all I'm saying is, I just disagree with the statement that what you just said. That I don't know. That look, there is
What are you
no team.
disagreeing with?
I disagree with the fact that you're saying that they're not going to go nowhere with Jared Goff as their quarterback. Excuse me.
You think they're going to the
That's
playoffs?
I don't think they're going to the playoffs, but
You
I
think they're
think they
winning
can
their division?
absolutely not.
So where are they going to go, Darren?
I mean, back to the draft, but they're not going to be like a. I just don't think they're going to be the worst team in the league. That's how I feel.
You think they're not going to have a shot at maybe one of those high level quarterbacks? They're probably going to be like around the sixth, seventh pick.
No, they're definitely going to have a chance at them, but I this team is they're building around a quarterback right now, like how every team is. Um, how Tampa Bay was building around Jameis Winston until they got Tom Brady. Then we like, man, he got a lot of weapons. Even though he added more weapons, that's what they're doing because they have Hawkinson, they have Swift, they picked up Jamal Williams last year around this time. Amon St. St. Brown. I'm not gonna keep saying his full name. St. Brown came in the draft. They got DJ Shark this past season or this past off season. Quantez Cephas. I didn't know who this guy was at all until last season. So I think they're building around a quarterback, and their offensive line is just top tier, or has potential to be top tier. So they're building around a quarterback. You can definitely say that, but I think Jared Goff is completely capable of running this offense and getting it to the people and making them make big plays.
The thing about that is, Darren, I feel like Jared Goff had a lot of pressure in his face all last year. So he had to make a lot of those throws off balance, not in the pocket, off platform. And he just doesn't have a strong enough arm to make those throws. A lot of the good throws he made is because he had good protection. He was able to step up, go through his reads, and make the throw. But when pressure's in his face, that whole play's over. He's broken down. You just gotta hope he dumps it off to DeAndre Swift.
I don't know if it's about the pressure. Well, yes, when the pressure's in his face, but it's also about when everything's just covered up. Like, and also to that's how I was going to start this video. I completely forgot because you went straight to Jared Goff. I went to Jared Goff now. But I was going to say this team never really had bad games. For real, they had bad halves last year. They had halves that were just terrible. Like the first half of the San Francisco game, we were like, all right, this is a blowout. Then the second half, they just come storming back. Like they didn't have bad games. They had bad halves. That's why we always said that they were in a lot of games. Even honestly, even some of those blowouts, they still like did their thing. Maybe it was against backups some of the time, but you know what I mean. There's
I don't
only
remember Philly
three.
doing that to
Two,
him. That's crazy.
I mean, I do actually not think about it. But yeah, man, I don't know. I think this offense is something that it can definitely be worked with. To be honest with you,
I
that's
agree
just
with
how
you
I
on that.
feel.
I think
Like,
it can be
bro,
worked with, but I don't think their defense was any good last year, to say the least. I think the pick of Aiden Hutchinson does help them out a lot. Um,
absolutely.
but I don't think it. I don't think it wins them any more games.
You know, think it's life changing.
Yeah. Maybe in the long run, once he becomes more developed as a player, like 2, 3 years down the line. But right now, going into this season, it's not life changing. I think they might. He might win. He might keep them in games a little bit closer into games. But I don't know if they win any more games than they did last year.
You know, he's pro down.
Um, Also, if we're talking about the corners and stuff, Jeff Okuda, I think this is a prove it year for him. If he doesn't look good this year, I think it's kind of a wrap. I think they move
Run
on.
the tape back. Run the tape back from last year. I promise you, Rob said the same thing.
About
Uh,
Jeff Okuda?
yes, I promise you. I'm almost positive you said the exact same thing. Speaking to that though, their other corner, I can't say his name. Amani Warley, I want to say. He had a good season last year. Not a great season, but a good season. You combine that with a pass rusher and start building on that defensive line a little bit more. And I know they also got, want to say, I want to say it's, oh, I can't say these names. Oh my lord, I just can't say these names. But they got help at the defensive line. So if you, the thing that, what would I say, put makeup on the secondary is a great defensive front, a great rush, right? Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
So I think that's something that they're just addressing at this point. Get a great defensive front, run a lot of blitzes, make sure that front four can get there by themselves, and maybe it covers up everything on the back half, at least some of the deficiencies. Jeff Okuda's prove it mainly is about his health. It's not about him doing good. We don't know if he's good or not because he's never really staying healthy.
I think we know he's a talented corner. We watched him play at Ohio State. He played well at Ohio State. Yes, he's had some health issue. He's had a lot of health problems. I don't know the exact amount of games he's missed, but not not being there. Yes, it's not a negative to how good you are as a player, but it still affects the team negatively. So you're still not being able to help the team hurts the team.
Yeah, and ultimately that's what I would say about his prove it. He has to be there for his team. Your first round corner
All right, so let's move on to look at their schedule for this year.
for sure. I like their pickups though. I do want to say that Jameson. We did not talk about Jameson Williams and DJ Shark, and their receiving core is kind of stupid. Like I said, they're building. they're building something for at least a very one of these young quarterbacks, you could say. But I
All right.
think Jared Goff is
So
gonna
they
go.
start off the year versus Philadelphia, who they beat, who they lost to 44-6 last year.
Yeah.
I have Detroit
Uh,
losing this game.
it's home.
Yes,
Could
it's
be a
at home.
shocker. Could be a shocker, but nah, I'm going Philly winning it. Yeah, Detroit loses.
Washington week 2, I have Washington winning that game.
Mm, nice. I would say I have Washington winning as well. That's kind of tough. That's kind of tough.
First divisional game of the year is versus Minnesota. I have Minnesota winning that game.
Me too. Is that Minnesota?
Versus the Seattle Seahawks, I have Detroit winning that game.
Yeah, until we figure out Seattle's quarterback situation, I feel like I can trust the Lions in a shootout a little bit more.
At New England, I have New England winning that game.
Yeah, New England's going to win that.
Bye week, at Dallas, I have Dallas winning that game.
Yeah, I got Dallas winning that as well.
Versus Miami, I have Miami winning that game.
I have Miami winning as well.
Versus Green Bay, I have Green Bay winning this game.
Yeah, I have Green Bay winning as well. It's too talented.
At Chicago, um, I have Detroit winning this game.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, we'll get to Chicago in the next video. So, yep.
At New York Giants, I have Detroit winning this game.
I'm going to go with Detroit as well. Until I see New York put the pieces together
We're going to go upstate to upstate New York to Buffalo.
on Thursday night.
Uh, I have Buffalo winning this game.
Oh, this is actually
You say Thursday night?
no, my fault. I'm sorry. Thursday. I didn't see that it
Thanksgiving.
was 12:30. Yeah, Thanksgiving.
Wait,
So
wait,
yeah,
wait. Time out. I thought they only played Dallas on Thanksgiving.
no, that no,
So Detroit just plays on Thanksgiving.
yeah. Period.
Do
They
the
play on
Cowboys
Thanksgiving.
just play on Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Okay. They don't have to play each other. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, Jacksonville
Oh, wait. Yeah, I got Buffalo winning that as well. My fault.
versus Jacksonville. I have Detroit winning this game.
It's gonna be a great game. Let's just go ahead and say that right now. With that much time off, this is gonna be a great game. But with that being said, I'm gonna take Jacksonville to win the game.
Then I have them versus Minnesota again. I have Minnesota winning that game.
Yeah, Minnesota's playoff future is about to be on the line at this point. So yeah, they're going to try to triumph over Detroit.
At New York Jets, going back to New York. Uh, I have the Lions winning this game.
I knew you was going to say that. The fact that this is at the Jets, though, I'm definitely going to take the Jets. Two really young, good receiving
This
cores
might
playing
sound
each other.
disrespectful to some Jets fans, but I don't think the Jets have home field advantage.
You need to speak up. What did you just say?
This might sound a little disrespectful to Jets fans. I don't think the Jets have home field advantage. I don't think the Jets have had home field advantage since like the Rex Ryan era.
I don't understand what you're saying.
I don't think it matters where the Jets play. I think they suck.
I think they suck. I was about to say because what you were the way you were just saying that made it sound like you were talking about the Chargers and how like you anybody could go to their stadium in LA and it will always be the other team.
No, not in that sense where like the other team's just going to be louder with their fans. I just don't think the Jets fans are passionate, but I don't think people give a shit about going to New York. I don't think people fear going to the Jets stadium like they do other stadiums. Like other stadiums, even if it's like the Buccaneers or like the Cowboys or the Dolphins, they have rabid fans that are going to get loud. The Jets, they're just there.
I gotta disagree with you. Jets are gonna win that game because of Zach Wilson and those receivers and that running game and the defense as well.
Christmas Eve versus Carolina. Uh, I have Carolina winning that game.
I got Detroit winning this game.
Week
Chris,
17 versus Chicago. I have Chicago winning this game.
no, I got Detroit beating Chicago on both games.
And they it finished the season out in Green Bay. I have Green Bay winning that game.
Yeah, Green Bay wins that game.
All right, so I think I have around ballpark 6 wins for Detroit. I think I still expect them to finish around last in their division, but I do expect them to look a little bit better on the field from last year. There will be improvement.
I think I got one or two more wins than you. The Jets. Well, no. With wait, maybe I got them more losses than you. Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right. You got anything else to say about the Detroit Lions before we wrap them up?
Very talented young team on the rise, man. That's all. That's all I gotta say. Very talented young team on the rise. Don't be surprised if they do a little something. And don't be surprised if we're wrong. That's all I'm saying.
Um, Same thing I started out this episode with. They don't do anything significant until they get a new quarterback, and it still might take 2 or 3 years to develop a young quarterback before they can get
That's
somewhere.
just disrespectful. It's just disrespectful to say this. Jared Goff wins games.
How many games did he win last year for them?
I don't know. But
He
I
had a
don't know.
walk-off game winner. That's one.
They didn't win a lot of games. Like we know that. But like we just saw, they were in a lot of games.
Not because of Jared Goff.
Some of those were because of Jared Goff.
They had a really. I think it's mostly because of their running backs, Jamal Williams and DeAndre Swift. Because
So
even when DeAndre Swift was out, Jamal Williams was eating people alive.
I I disagree with you. I think now that we're in the video, now I'm thinking about it. I think Jared Goff definitely started out slow and definitely just threw the ball to Swift and Hawkinson last year. But he definitely started trusting the younger receivers and airing it out. That's why we started learning about Aquanta Cephas. That's why we started learning that St. Brown was actually kind of nice and worth the draft pick. And I want to say Khalif Raymond.
Look at his QB rating for the season there.
I look, dog, I don't know what you want me to tell you.
His QB rating for the season, for people who can't see, is 39.5. That's horrific.
He didn't trust his receivers. Look, but also, am I saying? Look what I'm saying is absolutely. It also proves true right here. He only threw 8 interceptions. First off, we act like he turned the ball over at a crazy high rate. Then on top of it, if you look, he has 3 touchdowns in the first game, 2 touchdowns in the second game. 0, 2, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2. Meaning he started trusting his receivers more as the season progressed. So it went with the running game. That's why they were starting to
Um,
pull out.
this is upside down. So this
That's
is
what I just did. I flipped it upside. I read it from upside down.
okay.
So he trusted his receiver. He trusted his receivers more throughout as the season progressed. Now you give him a full season off season with these guys again. I think he has a better season.
We'll see.
I don't know
We'll see. We'll see.
that I just That's my argument to what you're saying about his QBR. That's all I can say.
I saw a lot of Jared Goff running for his life last year as well, so I don't expect that to change either.
But I think that was because he didn't trust throwing the ball to in those spots early on. And they also played really great pass rushes early on. Their first
Um,
4 games are really good pass rushes. That's Bosa. That's why am I forgetting Holmes? Zadarius Smith and the other Smith. And then you got Baltimore. We know what they throwing at you. Chicago, all they got is a defensive front. They
it,
had Khalil Mack. All those teams have good defensive fronts, and I would say Cincinnati, Rams, Philly, they got hit with defensive front after defensive front. So to say that is crazy to me.
I'm gonna wrap up by saying I think the MVP for this upcoming Detroit Lions season will be Jamison Williams. I think he will be the complete difference because he was going to show up as a true number one for Jared Goff, and hopefully he doesn't have to be as scared to throw the ball to him in those spots.
You gotta get comfortable with him. I'll tell you that. And he's injured, so
All right. Well, we'd like to thank you guys again for watching another episode of the From Half Court Sports Talk Show with me and Darren. Let us know what you think the Detroit Lions are going to do this year and who you're most looking forward to watch this year. Let us know in the comment section down below, and we'll see you next time with the Chicago Bears. Peace out.